Have you ever learned a new language? If you said yes, you will know it takes time and dedication to master it. Well, today I'll just show you another form of learning a new language. It is not a language you use to communicate with humans, but with computers. The language I'm talking about is coding. Today I'll teach you just that. I'll teach you how to create your first line of code using Python. Python is one of the many languages you can use for coding. I've been using Python for quite a while now, so I feel I'm qualified to teach you guys. First thing I'll do is I'll explain to you what coding is, and then I'll show you the steps needed to take to create your first line of code. Coding is a unique way to challenge your mind on how to problem solve. What is coding? Coding is writing a set of instructions and sending it to a computer and making it do what you want to do. You can do a specific task, like create software with it, create websites, even your favorite mobile apps. Anything that's on a computer is made using code. Now that I explained to you what coding is, let me tell you how to create your first line of code. Now, first things first, you need to get a compatible device. Now, a device has to be either running Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Second thing, I just skip. I don't. Second thing you need to do is you need to check two settings. First thing you check, you need to connect to the internet. Second thing you need to check is your hard drive or your SSD. You need at least 2 gigabytes free of storage to install the programs. Now that you have that, you need to go to your favorite web browser. I'm using Opera GX to demonstrate. You need to go to your Python, official Python website. You need to go download it. The second thing you need is an IDE. An IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. It's basically a program you need to use to write code and run it safely. There are many IDEs you can choose from, with the most popular ones being IDLE, PyCharm, and Visual Studio Code. I'll be using Visual Studio Code to demonstrate. Now that you have your IDE, you need to load it up. First thing you do on your IDE is you go to Extensions tab. Right there, left side. When you're on there, you need to go to Python, search for Python, and then install it. Why you need to install Python for the second time is because while you have your Python on your computer, you need to load it up on the IDE, which it install. Now you're on the main menu, you need to create a new Python file. How to create your Python file is by hitting Control-N on your keyboard, and then after that, you'll pop up with this, and you go hit Select Language, shown up there. And after that, you need to hit Python. It will be a drop-down that will show up. Just click the Select Language. How that you know you have a Python file is by having that little symbol on the left. It's like a little blue. Now that you have that, you type out print. Now print is basically a function. There are many functions in Python. Well, this one right here, print, will basically allow you to display something on your screen. Following the print, you need 2 parentheses. The parentheses are basically acting like a container for your information you want to store. Inside those parentheses, you need 2 quotation marks. The quotation marks basically assure that whatever you put into the quotation marks will print out exactly how you want it to be. For my prompt, I put in "Hello World," which is the most standard, sentence you can put in, or words. But you can put whatever you want in it. Now you have that, you need to run the code. First thing you need to do, go down to the top right, hit that little play button. Then on the bottom, it should show up as whatever you put in, which for me is "Hello World." And that's how you create your first line of code using Python. Learning how to code is a unique way to challenge your mind on problem solving. I explained to you what code is fundamentally, and showed you the prerequisites for what's required, and also writing the code itself. Learning Python is just like a foreign language. It takes time and dedication, but the payoff is worth it.